live from Poland. We have Bartle, who's going to start us off. Joining us are several members of the Rotary Club in Warsaw, and they are helping the Ukrainian refugees. So I'm going to hand things over to Barb, who is over there as part of Steve Glenn's Safe Harbor project. I think a round of applause for Steve for throwing this together. What an amazing program. Barb.
Thank you, Christina. And I want to give a shout out to Steve as well. So Steve, it's just tremendous, your effort. And we're going to report on that today. We're so fortunate that we are here with our fellow Rotarians the evening. Good evening to our fellow Rotarians in Warsaw, and good afternoon to all of you here. I just want to give you a few factoids. Two of us were able to go over to the mayor's office today, and I want to just set the table here. So far, over 2 million refugees have arrived in Poland. 20% of those are in Warsaw, and half of those are children. 60% are estimated will never leave Poland. And Poland is making them not full citizens, but near citizens, so that they will receive education, housing, medical support. And just imagine this. They will need, they're estimating 80 new schools. Another thing they're doing is repurposing some of their businesses downtown. The office buildings were going to be repurposed into housing anyway, because people, because of COVID, are not coming back to those spaces. And so again, then this housing is being repurposed for housing the Ukrainian refugees. So just very large numbers. Here working on that, I want to introduce our Rotary guest. Mattia Renz is president of the Warsaw Wilanow Club. Ray is secretary of the Warsaw Rotary Club. Eva is the treasurer, and Peter is on the board. From Operation Safe Harbor Ukraine, which is Steve's brainchild, we have Brian Wallingford and Whitney Holcomb from Executive Travel, Tammy Forbes with Forbes Financials, Luke Kinzel with Princess Cruise Lines, and Cornell Toons working with Bryan Hospital. So I want to get started. I'm going to have Brian first talk, and then following Brian, I'm going to have Matthias start with the Rotary Club of Warsaw, and then we'll have Brian follow that. So Matthias, thank you for your coming over yesterday and our great conversation. Welcome to Rotary Club 14.
Yes, thank you very much, Barbara. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having us with you today. My name is Matthias Renz. I'm the president of Rotary Club Warsaw International. We are the English-speaking club in Warsaw with more than 20 years of history. While we did, I guess, the usual projects in the past, we developed overnight on the 25th of February into a hub collecting funds from all over the world, especially from Rotarians in UK, I want to say, and from the US. Suddenly, Warsaw became the center of aid distribution. But I believe this is why we became Rotarians. We have a chance to show what we can do and what our organization is just simply able to do. We immediately concentrated on two main projects. The first is buying medical aid based on actual list provided by the hospital in Lviv we are working with. We buy in Germany. I'm a German myself. We buy in Germany and get it over to Ukraine. So this is similar to your district project. I guess it's a different scale still, but we are very ambitious. The second project is that we provide shelter for mothers and their children, which escaped from Ukraine to Warsaw. We rent a hostel and provide food. We currently host 41 women with their children, and we hope that it will be more. This is very much to your project you run, renting the hotel. So thank you once again for having us with you. This is a very short report because I know there's not such a lot of time because many people would like to say something. So I hope that we will have a possibility to work with you in the future. Thank you very much.
Now, Brian Wallingford came over here a week ago, has been doing tremendous work getting this Operation Safe Harbor up and going. So Brian, please let everyone know about what you're doing.
Well, thank you. By the way, I apologize for being in a vehicle. We were just dropping some food off to a family who's in the hospital here. Her child had to get an IV, was severely dehydrated this morning. So we started this with the goal of raising $85,000 to $90,000 to rent out a hotel and feed 200 individuals for 4 weeks. It was an amazing idea by Steve, and we've kind of worked together to run with it and get this program up and running. We currently have 128 people in the hotel. No, excuse me, 148. I said that wrong. 148 people in the hotel, and tomorrow is another check-in day. I knew it'd be difficult to check everybody in at once, so we've split it between 4 different days, but each will still have 4 weeks that they can participate. While they're there, they get free food, free breakfast, free dinner, free Wi-Fi, medicine, clothes. My room has become kind of our own little general corner store. We've partnered with local organizations here who are bringing people directly from Ukraine here. Those are the people who really need the most help, who the first few days are here. We tend to be running them back and forth between the doctors or the hospitals even. And with the people that we have, the 148, I do not have an accurate number, but I would guess that we probably have approximately 60 adults, 50 to 60 adults, and 80 to 90 children. We average 3.3 people per room for $50.42 per night. The good that we're doing is providing immediate housing. And then while they're with us, we're working to get them their PESEL number, which is their government number, working to get them into the organizations that will then place them around Europe into more permanent homes. So I thank you for this opportunity to present. Please do visit Operation Safe Harbor, OperationSafeHarborUkraine.com. You can donate there, and we also do live updates every day to keep you informed on who we have. And we will start posting videos of the families that we're with here. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Barb, you guys did so well. We have a couple minutes left. So do you want to try and take a question, or is there somebody else that wants to talk?
Ray, do you want to say a few words? Is Ray unmuted? There you go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I would also like to say thanks to the people of the United States, because we know from our funding operation that the vast majority of dollars are coming from the United States. And we think that is a fantastic credit to the people of the US. And we know that there is this tradition of the US helping other countries, and we are very thankful for that. We also get funding, quite a lot of funding from the UK and from Scandinavia, and I would say that's about it. We're not getting much funding from any other part of the world. But first of all, the US is definitely in first place. If I can just add to what has already been said, the refugees here are going to need a lot of help in terms of language learning and in terms of also psychotherapy, because a lot of these people will be traumatized after the dreadful things they've gone through. So we are also, as a club, going to try and focus in that direction to see if we can start up the projects in these two areas. I think I don't have much time. We don't have much time, so I think we'll leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Barb, if you would like, we could talk about some of the families that we have and introduce their stories if you would like, or if you have something else.
We have about
Christina?
30 seconds left.
Okay. I would just say that sometimes we worry when we have international crises about, where's the money going? And I can tell you from being on the ground, this is an extraordinary effort. We just fed 140 Ukrainians that are in this hotel, and I can tell you the money went exactly to feed those 140. The hotel rooms, the hostels that Matthias is working with. Both of these stories are just tremendous stories helping with this resettlement. So thank you all for those that have contributed or will in the future. It's a lot of hard work and great people on the ground here working on it. So thank you for having us today and working us into your schedule, Christina.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you, Barb, for being our ambassador and just taking up the charge and hopping on a plane to go over there. It's fantastic.